Reaching the age of 60 marks a profound shift in life. It is a milestone that often brings reflection, clarity, and sometimes solitude. Many people notice something unusual during these years. Relationships change, friends drift apart, and family dynamics shift. At first, it can feel like loneliness, rejection, or isolation, but there is a deeper reason behind this distancing. Spiritually, this withdrawal is not punishment. It is a divine mechanism, a way for God to guide, protect, and prepare you for the later chapters of your life. The people who remain are those who truly matter, while others are gently removed to create space for clarity, peace, and purpose. In this video, we will explore why God pulls you away from people after 60, the spiritual lessons behind it, and how embracing this process can transform your life. Time becomes precious. At 60 and beyond, every day is more valuable than ever. The perception of time shifts dramatically. What once seemed endless now feels finite. God often removes distractions to protect your time. People who drain energy, demand attention, or create unnecessary stress may naturally fade from your life. This is not abandonment, it is divine prioritization. By stepping away from certain relationships, you gain space to focus on what truly matters: health, spiritual growth, meaningful projects, and deep connections. The people who stay are those aligned with your higher purpose. Toxic relationships are revealed. After 60, life exposes the truth about the people around you. Some friends or family members may be emotionally draining, hold grudges or jealousy, create unnecessary conflict. Offer minimal support. God pulls you away from these relationships to protect your peace, energy, and mental health. At this age, life is too short to spend on toxic interactions. Distance allows you to focus on those who genuinely care, support, and uplift you. Solitude brings spiritual growth. Solitude is one of the most important gifts after 60. God uses periods of isolation to deepen your spiritual connection, allowing for reflection on life experiences, emotional healing, and forgiveness. Clearer understanding of personal purpose. Strengthened faith and inner peace. When you are pulled away from unnecessary social interactions, it is an opportunity to listen, pray, and connect with your spiritual path. Solitude provides clarity that constant companionship cannot. Family dynamics shift. By 60, family relationships naturally change. Children may be focused on their own families, siblings may live far away, and older generations may pass away. This shift can feel lonely, but God's intention is to teach emotional independence. You learn that reliance on others for happiness, validation, or care is not guaranteed. True peace comes from within, not from external sources. This is a time to let go of expectations and embrace acceptance, patience, and self-sufficiency. Peace becomes more valuable than companionship. Life after 60 is no longer about popularity, social approval, or external validation. Peace of mind becomes the highest priority. God pulls you away from individuals who create drama or tension. Emotional energy is preserved for relationships that uplift and nurture. Silence, calm, and solitude become a sanctuary. This withdrawal is a blessing, teaching that serenity outweighs social activity. You learn to treasure calm interactions and avoid unnecessary conflict. Focus on purpose and legacy. At this stage of life, God encourages you to focus on what truly matters. Mentoring younger generations, contributing to the community, leaving a spiritual or personal legacy, engaging in projects that provide meaning. Distance from unimportant relationships allows you to direct your energy toward these pursuits. God clears the path for purposeful living, ensuring that your remaining years are fulfilling, not distracted. Temporary people exit your life. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. Friends, acquaintances, or distant relatives may naturally drift away. Some friendships were seasonal. Some connections serve lessons rather than lifelong support. Some family dynamics naturally evolve. This divine pruning allows space for quality over quantity. The people who remain are those who add true value, love, and wisdom to your life. Emotional maturity is required. God pulls you away from certain people to teach emotional resilience. Life after 60 requires patience in relationships, acceptance of others' limitations, letting go of grudges, resentment, or unrealistic expectations. By reducing exposure to toxic or draining people, you can cultivate emotional maturity and inner calm, preparing you for a balanced and peaceful life. Learning to rely on God, not humans. Perhaps the most crucial lesson is learning to depend on God rather than people. Humans are imperfect. Expectations from them often lead to disappointment. God's presence is constant, unwavering, and reliable. Spiritual reliance brings peace, guidance, and clarity. Distance from people reinforces faith and trust in divine timing. This lesson ensures that your happiness, strength, and purpose do not hinge on anyone but your relationship with God. Inner peace trumps social validation. After 60, social validation loses importance. Approval from others is fleeting, unreliable, and often unfulfilling. God pulls you away from those who demand energy, attention, or emotional investment without reciprocity. Solitude in this sense is liberation, not loneliness. You learn to enjoy quiet. Freedom from expectations allows clarity. Inner peace becomes your foundation. This shift teaches a profound spiritual truth. Happiness does not come from people. It comes from alignment with God and self-awareness. Life is about quality, not quantity. At 60 plus, every relationship, interaction, and day matters. God removes superfluous connections so you can focus on quality people, experiences, and activities that truly enrich your life. Social interactions are fewer, but more meaningful. Time is invested in what aligns with values and purpose. Life becomes more intentional and less chaotic. This divine pruning maximizes fulfillment and spiritual clarity. Preparation for final chapters. The later years of life are a time of preparation for peace, reflection, and spiritual readiness. God's distancing is a tool for reflection and alignment. You learn what matters most: faith, health, love, and purpose. You gain clarity on what to focus on. Letting go of trivialities, by removing distractions, God guides you toward a life of wisdom, serenity, and readiness for the final chapters. Appreciation for true relationships. After unnecessary people are removed, you gain clarity about who truly matters. Friendships that survive are authentic. Family relationships that persist are valuable. Relationships built on love, respect, and support shine brighter. This allows for deep gratitude and fulfillment, highlighting the importance of nurturing genuine bonds. A focus on self-development. With less social distraction, you have space for self-growth and self-care. Spiritual reflection and prayer. Personal development and learning. Pursuing hobbies, passions, or skills neglected earlier. God's distancing teaches that the later years are for strengthening the soul and embracing wisdom. Embracing solitude as a blessing. Finally, solitude itself is a gift. After 60, learning to enjoy your own company fosters independence and confidence, inner peace and stability, freedom from drama and dependency. This is not loneliness, it is liberation, allowing you to live fully, peacefully, and purposefully. So, in last, I will say, life after 60 is full of lessons, adjustments, and spiritual growth. The distancing of certain people is not a punishment. It is a divine process designed to protect your peace. Strengthen emotional and spiritual resilience. Prioritize meaningful relationships. Create space for purpose and legacy. Guide you toward clarity, joy, and fulfillment. Embrace this process. Trust that the people who remain are there for a reason, and those who leave were meant to teach a lesson. Solitude is not isolation. It is preparation, protection, and a path to true fulfillment. Life after 60 can be some of the most rewarding, peaceful, and spiritually rich years if you understand why God pulls you away from certain people and allow the process to guide you.